The world is changing. We face complex challenges. Climate change, social injustice, and corporate scandals demand our attention. Investors are realizing their money has power. It can be a force for good. This is where socially responsible investing comes in. It's about aligning your investments with your values. It's no longer enough to just chase profits. We need to consider the impact on our planet and society. This is not just a trend, it's the future of investing. ESG investing is about making a difference in the world. It's about supporting companies that are committed to sustainability, social justice, and ethical governance. These companies strive to create a positive impact on society and the environment. It's about investing in a better future for all, ensuring that our investments contribute to a more equitable and sustainable world. Throughout this video, we'll explore the 3 pillars of ESG: environment, social, and governance. These pillars form the foundation of responsible investing. We'll look at companies that are leading the way in each of these areas, setting benchmarks for others to follow. You'll see how they're making a real difference in the world through impactful projects and initiatives. We'll also discuss the financial benefits of ESG investing, highlighting how it can be a win-win situation. Studies have shown that companies with strong ESG practices often outperform their peers, providing better returns for investors. They're better managed, less risky, and more innovative, leading to sustainable growth and profitability. This means that investing with a conscience can also be good for your portfolio, offering both financial and ethical rewards. So join us as we delve into the exciting world of socially responsible investing and discover how you can make a positive impact while achieving your financial goals. The E in ESG stands for environment. It represents the environmental criteria that companies must adhere to. It's about how companies impact our planet. Do they pollute? Do they conserve resources? Are they making efforts to reduce their carbon footprint? Do they combat climate change by investing in renewable energy sources like solar panels and wind turbines? These are critical questions for investors who care about the future. They scrutinize sustainability reports to make informed decisions. Ignoring environmental risks is no longer an option. Climate change is real and its impact is undeniable. Its effects are being felt worldwide, from drought-stricken lands to areas still lush and green. From extreme weather events to rising sea levels, the consequences are dire and far-reaching. Companies that damage the environment face significant risks. Consumers are increasingly eco-conscious and prefer sustainable products. They're boycotting brands with poor environmental records, demanding accountability and change. Governments are imposing stricter regulations to protect the environment and ensure sustainable practices. This can hurt a company's bottom line. Investors are taking notice and reacting to environmental news. They're divesting from companies with high environmental footprints, seeking to minimize their own environmental impact. They're putting their money into companies leading the way in sustainability, recognizing the long-term benefits. These are the companies building a greener future, engaging in eco-friendly initiatives, and making a positive impact. Some companies stand out for their environmental stewardship. Take Patagonia, for example. They're renowned for their commitment to sustainable materials and ethical manufacturing. They even encourage customers to repair their clothes rather than buy new ones. Tesla is another prime example. They're revolutionizing the automotive industry with their electric vehicles. Their mission is to accelerate the world's transition to sustainable energy. They're proving that profitability and sustainability can go hand in hand. Unilever, a consumer goods giant, has committed to ambitious sustainability targets. They're reducing their environmental impact across their supply chain. From sourcing sustainable palm oil to reducing plastic packaging, they're making a difference. The shift to a low-carbon economy is well underway. Renewable energy is playing a pivotal role. Companies at the forefront of this revolution are attracting significant investment. Solar and wind power are becoming increasingly cost-competitive. Companies like Vestas and Siemens Gamesa are leading the charge in wind energy. They're developing and manufacturing state-of-the-art wind turbines. First Solar and SunPower are major players in the solar industry. They're making solar energy more accessible and affordable for homes and businesses. Investing in these companies is not just about supporting clean energy, it's about backing the technologies of the future. It's about aligning your portfolio with a sustainable future. It's crucial to distinguish between genuine sustainability and greenwashing. Some companies make misleading claims about their environmental practices. They try to capitalize on the ESG trend without making real changes. Investors need to be vigilant. Look beyond the marketing hype. Examine a company's track record. Check independent ratings and assessments from organizations like MSCI and Sustainalytics. These organizations provide in-depth ESG research and analysis. Transparency is key. Companies should openly disclose their environmental policies, practices, and performance data. They should engage with stakeholders and address concerns. By being discerning, investors can ensure their money supports companies truly committed to sustainability. Now let's move on to the S in ESG social. This pillar focuses on a company's relationships with its employees, customers, suppliers, and the communities where it operates. It's about treating people fairly, ethically, and with respect. For socially responsible investors, a company's social impact is just as important as its financial performance. In fact, the two are often intertwined. Companies with strong social practices tend to attract and retain top talent. They build stronger brands and foster customer loyalty. They also face less risk from social controversies and reputational damage. Ignoring social factors can have serious consequences. Companies with poor labor practices, for example, often face strikes, lawsuits, and negative media attention. This can damage their brand and impact their bottom line. So, what does good social performance look like in practice, you might wonder? Companies with strong social practices prioritize employee well-being above all else. They offer fair wages, comprehensive benefits, and numerous opportunities for professional development. They also promote diversity, equity, and inclusion at all levels of the organization. They create a workplace culture where everyone feels valued, respected, and truly empowered. Beyond their employees, socially responsible companies also consider the well-being of their customers. They provide safe, high-quality products and services to their customers. They are transparent about their sourcing and manufacturing practices, ensuring ethical standards. They listen to customer feedback and address concerns promptly and fairly, fostering trust. Let's look at some companies that are setting the bar high for social responsibility. Patagonia, once again, is a leader in this space. They are known for their exceptional employee benefits, including on-site childcare, generous parental leave, and support for environmental activism. They also have a strong commitment to fair labor practices throughout their supply chain. They partner with factories that provide safe working conditions, fair wages, and opportunities for advancement. Another company leading the way is Unilever. They have implemented a comprehensive sustainable living plan that addresses a wide range of social and environmental issues. They are committed to improving the livelihoods of millions of people in their value chain, including farmers, suppliers, and distributors. Socially responsible companies understand that their success is intertwined with the well-being of the communities where they operate. They invest in these communities through philanthropy, volunteering, and community development programs. They partner with local organizations to address social issues such as poverty, education, and healthcare. They also engage with community stakeholders to understand their concerns and ensure that their operations are benefiting the community as a whole. By investing in their communities, these companies not only create social good but also build stronger relationships with the people who live and work there. This can lead to increased brand loyalty, a stronger reputation, and even a more supportive regulatory environment. Finally, we arrive at the G in ESG governance. This pillar often receives less attention than environment and social, but it's equally crucial. Governance refers to how a company is run. It encompasses factors like board diversity, executive compensation, shareholder rights, and ethical business practices. Good governance is fundamental to a company's long-term success. It ensures that the company is well managed, accountable to its stakeholders, and operating ethically. Investors are increasingly scrutinizing corporate governance practices. They recognize that companies with strong governance are less likely to be involved in scandals, lawsuits, or regulatory violations. They are also more likely to make sound business decisions that benefit all stakeholders. In today's world, where trust is paramount, Good governance is not just a nice to have, it's a must-have. At the heart of good governance lies ethical leadership. This means having leaders who act with integrity, transparency, and accountability. Ethical leaders set the tone for the entire organization. They create a culture where ethical behavior is valued and rewarded and where wrongdoing is not tolerated. They prioritize the long-term interests of the company and its stakeholders over short-term gains. Ethical leaders are also receptive to feedback and willing to admit mistakes. They foster a culture of open communication where employees feel comfortable raising concerns. This commitment to ethical leadership creates a more resilient and sustainable business. Transparency and accountability are also essential components of good governance. Companies should be transparent about their operations, their impact on society and the environment, and their governance practices. This includes providing clear and concise information to investors and other stakeholders, both positive and negative. Companies should also have mechanisms in place to ensure accountability. This includes having an independent board of directors that provides oversight of management, as well as robust internal controls and risk management processes. When companies are transparent and accountable, they build trust with their stakeholders. This trust can translate into a stronger reputation, increased customer loyalty, and a more attractive investment profile. Companies with strong governance practices tend to have a long-term vision. They understand that short-term profits should not come at the expense of long-term sustainability and stakeholder value. These companies invest in their employees, their communities, and the environment. They prioritize ethical business practices and good corporate citizenship. This long-term vision creates a more resilient and sustainable business, one that is better positioned to navigate the challenges and opportunities of the 21st century. By incorporating ESG factors into their investment decisions, investors can support companies that are committed to these values and contribute to a more just, equitable, and sustainable world. As we've seen, socially responsible investing is not just about feeling good. It's about making informed decisions that align with our values and contribute to a better world. It's about recognizing that our investments have power. They can support companies that are part of the problem, or they can fuel the solutions. The choice is ours. Every dollar we invest is a vote for the kind of world we want to live in. By choosing to invest in companies with strong ESG practices, we are using our financial power to drive positive change. We are supporting businesses that are committed to sustainability, social justice, and ethical governance. We are investing in a future where people and the planet thrive in harmony. It's a future worth striving for. ESG investing is transforming the financial landscape. It's challenging the traditional notion that financial returns are the only measure of success. Investors are increasingly recognizing that companies that prioritize ESG factors are often better long-term investments. They are better managed, less risky, and more innovative. They are more likely to attract and retain top talent, build strong brands, and foster customer loyalty. In short, they are better positioned to navigate the complexities of the 21st century and deliver sustainable, long-term value. As more investors embrace ESG principles, companies are taking notice. They are realizing that strong ESG performance is no longer optional. It's essential for attracting capital and remaining competitive. The journey towards a more sustainable and equitable world requires collective action from all corners of society. Governments, businesses, investors, and individuals all have a role to play in this transformative process. As investors, we have a powerful tool at our disposal, our capital, which can be directed towards meaningful change. By choosing to invest with a conscience, we can support companies that are making a positive impact on the environment and society, driving progress on the issues that matter most to us. Whether you're a seasoned investor or just starting out, there are many ways to incorporate ESG factors into your investment decisions, ensuring that your money aligns with your values. You can choose to invest in ESG-focused funds, research individual companies' ESG track records, or engage with your financial advisor to discuss your options and tailor your portfolio. The important thing is to start somewhere, no matter how small the initial step may seem. Every step we take towards more responsible investing brings us closer to a brighter future for all, creating a ripple effect of positive change. Let's invest in a world where doing good and doing well go hand in hand, proving that ethical investments can also be profitable. Let's invest in a future we can all be proud of, a future where our investments reflect our hopes and dreams for a better world.